Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of the RoundUp Tech Trends and Tunes. Really excited for this one. My name again is Gloria Babaride, and of course, I have my co-host Wale Farrell. We're looking at reimagining the future of event technology in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world, right? Where we see that weddings, birthdays, funerals are now being planned on WhatsApp groups, right? You no longer need an event planner to do what you want to do. You see invites disappear a day. Everything is going digital, right? Now, facial recognitions, when you want to come into the venue, you no longer have to check through a list or even look through if you're part of the invited guest. All that we have to do is use AI and check if you're registered or if you RSVP'd and you're good to go. But the question is everything becoming digital? Traditional planners, very soon, are they phasing out because we've now gone digital when it comes to event planning? What's the future of this technology-driven company? Joining us on the show is the managing director of Tableau for Events, which is an event technology company. Her name is Temilade Fashai. Hello, Temilade. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Gloria. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Great Wale too now. Is he
Hi,
only
Wale.
me?
Sorry. I was great to get to you, actually.
Getting marginalized already.
Oh, no.
Hello,
I
Temilade.
can step aside for
No,
this
no,
one.
don't worry.
I
Don't
should
worry.
stay.
Don't be angry.
All right.
Don't be angry.
No problem.
Temilade, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Very beautiful. Tableau for Events, first off. Let us in. What's all that about?
Okay. Tableau for Events is a digital platform powered by QR. We digitize the entire event process for event planners and even hosts. And what does that entail? We have different products and services that's also powered by QR. We have the photo QR, which is one of the most valuable or lovable products that people really want now. They want to be able to capture favorite moments at the event and then just upload via the QR code scanning. We also have the invite control for access management, the invite QR rather for access management. And then we have the one for program, and we also have the one for menu. You know how you have to go around printing papers, printing invites. You could just be at the event center, just scan, and then you are able to actually scan through your menu, the event menu, and also order if there's a space or there's an arrangement for that.
Love it. And I mean, that's such a beautiful transition, right? Evolution. That's the word I was looking for, from the traditional event planning we used to know about a decade ago and what it is right now. But are you sure a lot of people are even aware of this? One, two, are you sure they're ready to embrace this new technology we're talking about? But before you come, let me allow Wale chime in.
Yeah, I always look at the fundamentals before we even dive into. And I think this ties to what we were talking about in the previous conversation, where we talked about low unemployment rates, people looking for jobs outside 9 to 5. Our other guest was talking about how hardship in Nigeria, yet we have an event industry that is over $20 billion dollars in value and growing. So the question for us, maybe for Temi to help us understand, is why is the event business growing and amidst a very tough economy? What is really going on? And I was also going to put you on the spot for this one to say you went through your own events recently. You got married. What did you see from a planning perspective? Were there opportunities for you to have embraced technology? If you were to do this again, are you going to rethink it? How would that happen?
100%. I would have rethought it, be rethinking at the moment. I will rethink later, because I realized that there's so many things I could have automated. Right? I did the traditional access card. Now I had to people from outside the country find how to get access cards when they come into Nigeria for the wedding. How to use dispatch to send access cards to them. Without access cards, you can't enter into the venue. Things that we could have easily. But then I had a conversation with my dad. I remember during planning my wedding, my father went. I told him, I said, I'll use access card. In the traditional Yoruba man thing, I would translate that. àwọn mélòó ló fẹ́ lo access card? Ṣé àwọn bàbá 70 àbí bàbá 80 lè fẹ́ máa lo access card fún? Which means how many people would actually embrace access cards? Is it the 70-year-old man or the 80-year-old man that I'm bringing from Ijebu-Ode that would take access card? Now, that is access card though. Not even now digital.
Yeah.
If I now tell daddy, no, this time I'm not even using access card, it's digital. When you come there, show me the QR code. My mother will look at you and say, "Oh, that what's ready at your wedding?" Which means it's like you're not ready to do wedding, right? Now, look, that was the experience, right? So it's not about me anymore. My family, background, upbringing, where you're coming from. So even if you want to embrace digitalization, remember as a Nigerian, weddings, you're not the only one getting married. Everybody, a family is getting married with you. So even if you tell your family, oh, dad, mom, I want to use an event technology company to automate a lot of things that I would have done in my wedding, your parents will ask you.
But when you lay that over the costs, like you mentioned, or the inconvenience, or how this may make your guests really, really...
To them, they would feel using the traditional method is more convenient.
From you as the host, you were talking about it at the beginning to say your headache about people that were coming in from abroad, people that you had to disperse to. If you, the host, I know that you have to consider other people, your parents, other family members, but if you, the host, can compare and say convenience of using digital technology versus all the headache of explaining to my family members, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you have to choose one.
That's to me. But I say it again, that events in Nigeria, it's not you alone. There are lots of people to consider behind the scenes. Even if you want to make a decision, what about the parents and the family of your partner?
So what are your hosts doing? How are they making those decisions?
I was actually going to jump in earlier. So whether we like it or not, this digital adoption is here to stay. In a recent event that we serviced, I saw this woman. She was about maybe 60 years old, about 65 years old. And then she came in, we scanned a QR code, and she was like, I don't land, finally. But this is like the first event in a very long time that she's gone to, and she doesn't need to stress. There was no stress about sending me paper invites, about somebody now getting it to me on time. That it was so stressful. And what did we do? She had a smartphone. I think about 90% of people in Nigeria now has a smartphone.
Regardless of their age.
Yes, regardless of their age. What did she do? She just came in, scanned the QR code, and she was like, I don't land. Finally, I like this, very smooth. She even got her contact on the spot at that very day. You understand? So regardless of age, it depends on what you, the host, is looking at. We have a whole lot. And most of the events we have right now, they are funerals. And you can imagine that for funerals, you have a lot of old people. I mean, in the demography of people that will attending that event.
Actually.
And guess what? They still use QR code because whether you like it or not, that QR code, the new digital adoption for events, it's the way to go. So, one man reached out to me earlier, so I think we had the event January, and it was like, this is the first time he's hosting an event where he will not see an unwanted guest, number one, and nothing will be stolen at that event. Guess what? Because Tableau was there, we handled the access management and everything went very smoothly. And thanks to technology.
So you're trying to say now that a lot of people are beginning to gradually open up to
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Probably from my experience that I had, because I just had my wedding, is what I'm using to gauge the entire conversation, right? But of course, this is what you do, and I'm sure that you now have more people call you to say, Tableau, we need you for our event and all that. So I cannot use my own experience to just openly judge all of that.
But I also think that it's a good point to say that when you go through the possible demography of customers that will most likely use Tableau, and that could range from people your age to older people. We'll see people who would adopt very quickly, like the 65-year-old woman that you mentioned, and you will see younger people who may not necessarily be ready for it. But I think what you are telling us is that there is enough right now, who are ready to embrace technology for their event,
and we all should.
And then the value is right there,
and we all should be ready to open up to it. But now my fear is for event planners watching, a lot of people who, for example, security guys, people that are always at the entrance, cutting paper, giving you tags, all those stuff, right? Which you naturally would have paid to do what your company is doing. don't you think that AI will come and then fizzle them out and take away their jobs and leave them redundant?
Well, so for me, I would say no and yes. No, because event is mainly around is human, deeply
People,
human. You understand? It needs people. Event is all about emotions, connections. Is you have to, there has to be a face to it. There has to be an human feel. Do you understand, to what you are doing? So, for example, I want to plan an event. I can't just go to AI or an app and say, "Oh, I want to plan an event. Get me this venue. Get me the kitchen.
Call them.
It's not possible." Or you imagine getting to an event venue and the bride is very nervous, shouting, and maybe something is not going right. AI, you can't now say, AI, should I calm you down? Or will you calm me down? Do you understand what I mean?
Nah,
So yes, those are the human feel or human touch or connection that is needed. So no, it won't. But like I said, it might displace those that refuse to evolve. Do you understand? So yeah, just stock up, this is the way we do it, this is the way we do it. Whether you like it or not, one day someone will go to an event that adopted technology and everything goes very smoothly, seamless. And then I'm speaking to a friend and he's saying, "Oh, use my traditional event planner." And the person said, No, I went to one event. They did this, they did that. We should adopt this too. Guess what? You already lost out on that deal, right? So that's what I'm saying, that if you don't evolve, you are going to be displaced.
Love it.
So to your point, there's obviously a case for, and it's a big industry for event planning. When people, I'm sure you employ the services of an event planner for your wedding.
Definitely.
Because there's so many logistical issues when you're trying to. What is the role of event planners in the context of bringing technology into event management as well? Are their job or is their industry threatened, or this is a complementary tool that even event planners can adopt to make their job easy?
Yeah. So it's complementary. I would say technology is like a superpower. Do you understand? Technology is like an assistant, not the boss. The event planner is still the boss because technology or AI doesn't have emotional intelligence. The creativity, yes, but you still need, Oh, yeah.
Let's not underestimate it.
Okay, well, yes, but the creativity, do you understand? Yeah, you need woman to feel, like I said earlier. So, for example, if you look at the supply chain for creating an event, you want to create an event, it's like bringing somebody's vision to life. Do you understand? So I can go to AI and say, create me a budget for this. I have maybe 10 million naira for this event. Just create a budget for me, or create like an program
flow
for me, or program flow for me. All that can be done, but who then execute? It's us,
like human beings.
You understand? Who brings us to life? It's human beings. So either we like it or not, the planners, there's no threat whatsoever.
So what areas of assistance does your technology give to the planners?
Oh, okay. So we always say we are the event planner's best friend. We take out the messy part from them. So imagine I want to plan events, or maybe during your events, you have to track RSVP manually. You have to follow up with, the person that's printing my access card, is the person here yet? Oh no, the color is not good. Oh no, the access card has an issue. The name is not there.
I printed my access card in Abuja. They have to send it to Lagos.
You can imagine.
With night bus.
You can imagine. And you don't need to actually spend all of that. You don't need to go through.
I was praying for that bus.
Nothing to happen to that bus.
In that name.
So all those people, they benefited from your prayers.
This matter.
Yeah, so imagine reaching out to Tableau and helping us and helping you handle that bit. You don't need to. The only thing we need from you is just your guessing. And guess what? In the case where you want confidentiality, we can just create you an access at the back end, and you are able to control everything, your RSVP, your access.
Wow.
Yes, you are able to do all of that.
Is this an application or it's a website?
It's a website.
Oh.
But we are currently also trying to improve that to allow even hosts and not even planners to actually get on board. And so, for example, you want to plan an event, you want access control or any of our services, you don't need to reach out to any one of us. You just go to our website, key in whatever information you want to, and then you're able to distribute
Like
your
a
invoice.
Love
self-service
it.
Like a
tool.
So
self-service tool.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
This is why didn't you come to this show before I got married?
You didn't invite
Good
me.
question. Good question.
You didn't invite
I
me.
actually wish I met you before I got married. I would have been praying for Abuja boss to land in Lagos.
Exactly.
Those people benefited.
Yeah.
like
They
I
did
said.
actually. Thank you for coming to the show, Tim Ladi. Thank you so much. We would have loved to continue this conversation with you, but please read out the website so anyone watching would just and has an event anytime soon
Okay.
could employ your service.
Yeah, I would start with our social media platform. I think that's where a lot of people actually would like to search for first. Is at tableforevent.ng. At Tableau, TABUL, figure 4, event.ng. That's our handle across all social media platforms. And then you can also reach out to us on website www.servewithtable.com.
Serve it. Thank you so much, Temilade, for coming on the show. And I know I'm going to use your service very soon.
We are waiting. We can't wait.
Wally,
Yeah,
will you not use
Is that an announcement?
I mean, I did not announce it. All right, and that's been the show. Amazing. I did promise you that it was going to be engaging, enriching, and of course, beautiful conversations will come out from today's episode. It's been beautiful talking about the future of work and the rise of unconventional careers. And then, of course, we just had this conversation on reimagining the future of event technology. Two powerful conversations. Please let us know in the comment section, what other areas do you want us to look at and look out for? And let's know. Follow us across all our social media platforms. Engage with us. And I'm sure that our next conversation, you don't even want to miss it, because we're bringing a detour from the regular in our next episode. I'm really looking forward to that one. Thank you so much for letting us know that you're enjoying every single segment of each episode on the Roundup Tech Trends and Tunes. Wale, passing shots. Any other thing for our viewers?
9 to 5 is still something people should explore. But of course, there's so many other things out there that I think people can look at. And of course, if you have an event, reach out to
Tableau for
Tableau
events.
for
Serve
events.
with Tableau.
Until next time.
Yes. My name is Gloria Babaridi, and I did this with Wale, Mr. Wale Farrow.
Yeah,
We'll see you again in the next episode of the Roundup Tech Trends and Tunes. And until then, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.